So this weekend there's a winter storm watch out, but the weather temperature has been kind of nice in the 50s and 60s all week. And this weekend it's supposed to get like overnight maybe just barely above freezing. So it's predicting some rain snow mixture, so I thought what a great opportunity to test out some wet weather gear to see how it's doing. All right, so come along. Not much precipitation before I went to bed last night. Made a little fire. It was a nice night. And then last night, as expected, we got some snow. So I'm gonna make some coffee and then pack up camp and I head on out, put on some of my wet weather gear because it is a pretty wet snow. It's really not that cold. None of my water froze, so it didn't get too far below freezing, you know. So imagine it was actually like in the mid 30s. But it's a beautiful snow. I'll show you in a few minutes, but first, coffee and breakfast. I wear these OR Revel shell mitts almost exclusively for one purpose, and that is to take down this tarp because it gets wet and my hands get really cold. So to keep my hands warm and dry, these mitts go over my gloves. Now I can take this thing down. Well, today the showcase is this USGI military poncho. A lot of great features with this thing. You can make a shelter out of it. Of course, it's a great poncho. It's got nice buttons and it's got these little eyelets all over the place, so you can do a lot of different stuff with this. But today it's just showcasing how it's going to keep me dry. And of course, I mentioned a little bit earlier these OR Revel shell mittens. Keep my hands warm. I tried these a couple weeks ago. just to see if they would keep my hands warm with these little inner gloves. And then this shell, you know, sometimes those big heavy mittens, when it's not that cold, get your hands actually too hot and they sweat too much. And these are kind of a good happy medium for when it's not too cold, like today. And so we're gonna give this a shot. Let's take a look at these OR shell mitts a little closer. Now they do claim to be waterproof. They're unisex for men or women. You can see there's some nice grips on the palm. Inside you'll see nice waterproof material, and it is seam seal, so you don't have to seam seal these. They're 100% nylon. It is double mini ripstop fabric. It's got a little wrist strap here, so you can take your glove on and off and not having to worry about falling on the ground. There's also a wrist band that you can cinch down to make the gloves nice and tight so they don't fall off or they don't slip. So what do I think about the OR gloves? I really like these. They're pretty durable for what they are. I mean, you're not going to go, you know, climbing on sharp rocks with these things. But if you're just out here hiking and you need some nice mitten to keep your hands warm, pretty good choice. And with my gloves underneath them, my hands were plenty warm. In fact, they started sweating a little bit. It's probably in the lower 30s right now. And my hands tend to get cold easy. So, pretty good glove. A little pricey. At about 60 bucks on Amazon, but I'll have these for a long time. Really good mitten choice for me, could be for you too. Now let's take a little closer look at this poncho. Okay, this pouch is a military spec construction. It's based on the gear used by the US military. The rain poncho is approximately 59 inches wide and 86 inches total length, and is wide enough to fit around large backpacks, as you've seen here. This includes a waist drawstring. It's crafted with a 210T high density ripstop polyester with polyurethane coated fabric that achieves an outstanding 3,000 millimeter water resistance rating. So pretty good stuff. It also has 3 grommets on each side. And you can use those for setting up your shelter or tying multiple ponchos together. All kinds of uses for those metal grommets. And the weight of this thing is around 18 ounces. Keep in mind this is a disabled veteran owned brand. So if that kind of thing is important to you, this is a good place to buy gear from. It also comes with a nice pouch. What I've done is I include some paracord in here in case I want to set this up as a tarp in an emergency situation. So I pop those right in my little pouch here, stuff my poncho in there, ready to go. Well, I hope you enjoyed this excursion this weekend. The weather didn't turn out exactly as I wanted it to. I actually wanted it to be a little bit wetter so I could test out this gear a little bit better in more intense circumstances, but I'm not really complaining. I did get a chance to check out some of this gear in some capacity, so I got to see how the poncho fit with the pack on, how to regulate the airflow through it, because it was a little bit warm today with the other layers that I had on. So I got to test that out good, and the hood and how all that works. And the mitts I got to try out in a little bit cooler situation, which was nice. These are great high quality gear items. Outdoor Research does just that. They do a lot of research that goes into their products. So you know that you're getting the best quality stuff from OR. USGI is another great company because it's a disabled veterans owned company, and all this gear is based on military specs, and you know that those run through a lot of rigorous testing. So you're going to get some great quality products from either of these companies. So there you go. That's my review of that. I hope you enjoyed this little trek through the woods this weekend, and looking forward to more. Alright, so hey, go out there and live like you want it. See you on trail.